Hello friends, welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host, Mel Rose. This is your astrology preview for the 25th decade of the year, September 2 through 11, 2023, brought to you by the Nine of Pentacles in Tarot. First, I want to say please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click the notifications bell. It all helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for being here. Now let's get into it. The Nine of Pentacles keywords are success, leisure, achievement, security. In other words, this is an opportunity to count our blessings and enjoy the fruits of our labor, and that will be something to keep in mind over the next week or so. This 10-day segment includes the third quarter moon this Wednesday. We start from a perspective of planning and seeing what we can let go of because it no longer serves a purpose from us. And then after Wednesday, we have about a week of active releasing, giving things away, releasing outdated attitudes and modes of thinking, and in general, reducing the clutter in our lives so we can hit the reset button when that new moon comes up. And the third quarter moon will be in Gemini, so don't be surprised if it's a much talked about and collaborative effort to let go of old baggage or even to release your completed product into the world. And just taking an overview of the page before zooming in, I want to point out that the next 10 days are a little less active than usual. Still, there are some important transitions as Venus goes direct and Jupiter stations retrograde. And we have a majority of Sun aspects indicating a good deal of activity in our work, social, and civic lives. So let's take a look at those transitions first. Today, Sunday the 3rd, Venus officially stations direct after a 6-week retrograde period. Venus is a personal planet, so the retrograde is likely to have impacted you personally, especially in areas of your life related to friendship, romance, and finances. Venus in Leo is a show-off, and there may have been a tendency to make grand gestures in an attempt to impress people, either, with your beautiful partner or your shiny new expensive car or shoes or jewelry. But these attempts to dazzle probably didn't make you look or feel as secure as you would like to project. I encourage you now, as Venus is in its shadow through October 7, to give some intentional thought to what you noticed or learned in terms of where and with whom you find your value is truly reflected. What opportunities came up for you and what do you plan to make of them, knowing what you now know about yourself? Tomorrow, on Monday the 4th, the planet Jupiter goes retrograde in Taurus. Jupiter is our planet for growth, personal and professional development, and good fortune. Jupiter represents the good things that happen that give us faith in the basic kindness of the universe in our lives, and which expand our idea of what we can be, do, and have. In Taurus, Jupiter is about expanding our sense of comfort and stability regarding material resources, money, and the things it can buy. So Jupiter's retrograde, which lasts literally until the last day of this year, the second to the last day of the year, December 30th, makes room within our hearts at this time for integrating the growth we've experienced over the past year, stepping up to fill the shoes of the older, wiser, more loving, and fortunate person that we are now, so that we can exercise proper gratitude for what we have and gain some inner clarity regarding what is enough. Also, tomorrow, Mercury retrograde will make a trine with Jupiter a few hours before that retrograde occurs. This is a good time to have a conversation with yourself or someone you keep close about your hopes for personal development over the next few months. Then on Wednesday the 6th, we reach that third quarter moon in Gemini, shifting gears from noticing what you're ready to release to actively getting rid of things that clutter up your creative space. Gemini is a very creative and collaborative sign, so don't forget to let your friends in on your plans. Now for those Sun aspects. Also coming up on Wednesday the 6th, the Sun finally merges with Mercury retrograde in the land of Virgo. Little doubt there has been some intensity coming up as you notice how your plans are working out and what you might do differently to find a more refined or pleasing outcome. Today should be the pinnacle of that vibe, so don't be surprised If the contents under pressure come to a head that day, remember to do more listening and observation and less simply trying to control a situation by saying how you think it should be. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, as is the moon in Gemini today. So communicate, collaborate, practice power with instead of power over approaches. On Friday the 8th, the sun sings in harmony with Jupiter, now retrograde. Sometimes we don't realize what kind of growth or maturity we need to embrace until it is illuminated for us. It should be easy to integrate whatever you find out about yourself today that allows you to think of yourself as bigger or better than you were before. This one will stick around until about September 16. And then on Monday the 11th, the sun adopts an accommodating vibe with Chiron retrograde in Aries. We're called upon in our outer lives to proceed with an intention to mend fences where we can and in general allow people to be themselves. This problem-solving vibe applies until about September 14. And that's it for today's video, friends. Thank you for tuning in. The next Decan video will go up on Tuesday, September 12, 2 days before that new moon in Virgo and 3 days before Mercury goes direct. I certainly want to know what happens. I hope you do too. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.